Costco sells its products at shockingly low prices, so low that you have to wonder, how does this company make billions of dollars a year? Here's the answer. Costco isn't really a retailer. It's a subscription business hiding inside a warehouse. And once you see how the model actually works, you'll never look at that membership card the same way again. At first glance, Costco looks simple. Huge warehouses, massive carts, pallets stacked to the ceiling. You walk in, grab your groceries, and leave. But there's one thing Costco does that almost no other retailer does. You can't shop there unless you pay first. In the US, a standard Gold Star membership costs $65 a year. Executive membership costs another $65 on top of that. And according to Costco's Fiscal 2025 filing, the company had about 81 million paid members worldwide, adding up to roughly 145 million total cardholders once you count household cards. That means before a customer buys a single item, Costco has already made money off them. But here's a twist. Membership fees aren't even Costco's biggest source of revenue. In fiscal 2025, Costco pulled in roughly $270 billion in merchandise sales. Membership fees added another $5.3 billion. So you'd think the profit is coming from all that merchandise, right? Not exactly. Costco's gross margin on merchandise was only about 11% that year. For a normal retailer, that number is almost embarrassingly low. And that's on purpose. Costco isn't trying to squeeze the biggest possible profit out of every product. It's trying to build a system where people buy constantly and keep coming back. Here's how that actually plays out in your head. You pay $65 for a membership, and suddenly you feel like you need to use it. So you buy groceries, then gas, then paper towels, then a TV, then furniture, and at some point that $65 stops feeling like a cost. It starts feeling like an investment you want to protect. That's the engine behind Costco. More members mean more purchases mean more sales give Costco massive buying power with suppliers. That buying power keeps prices low prices bring in more members, and the cycle just keeps feeding itself. Now here's a part that trips people up. If Costco could charge more, why doesn't it? Because the entire model runs on trust. The moment customers stop believing Costco is actually cheap, the membership loses its value, and people stop showing up. So Costco has a strange incentive most companies don't have. It wants you to feel like you're winning every time you shop there. Because when you feel like you're winning, you shop more, and when you shop more, Costco makes more. Think of it like two competing stores. Store A sells a product for $100 and pockets $30. Store B sells the same product for $100 but only pockets $10. Sounds like Store A wins, right? Not if Store B sells 10 times as many units. Suddenly, Store B is making far more money overall. And that's basically Costco's entire philosophy. Low margins, massive volume, and total customer loyalty. Walk through an actual Costco and you'll notice something else. It's not dressed up like a mall. Products sit on pallets. There aren't 15 versions of the same item on a shelf. That's deliberate. Costco carries far fewer product types than a typical retailer, which lets it buy each one in enormous bulk. Bulk buying means more negotiating leverage. Less decoration means lower overhead. Every part of the warehouse experience is designed to protect that low price promise. Now let's talk about why the membership fees matter so much. In fiscal 2025, Costco collected about $5.3 billion just from memberships. And the number that really matters here is the renewal rate, 92.3% in the US and Canada and 89.8% worldwide. That means Costco isn't starting from zero every year. It already has a massive base of people who've proven they're willing to pay again. There's also a higher tier, executive membership, where members pay extra and get 2% back on qualifying purchases up to a cap. And here's the interesting part. Executive members spend more. In 2025, they made up about 73.6% of Costco's worldwide sales. So Costco isn't just chasing new members, it's pushing existing ones to become more valuable. Then there's gas. For a lot of members, the gas station isn't just a pit stop, it's a reason to visit Costco at all. You fill up your tank, and since you're already there, you grab a rotisserie chicken, or groceries, or something you didn't plan on buying. More visits mean more purchases, and the gas station quietly drives a lot of that traffic. Costco also runs a co-branded credit card program which ties members even closer to the ecosystem, and Costco's own 2025 filing notes that this program actually helped its gross margin. So this isn't a business running on one revenue stream. It's an entire ecosystem built around keeping the member close. Here's the real lesson though. Revenue is not profit. Costco can move hundreds of billions of dollars in merchandise while keeping margins razor thin because inventory, labor, warehouses, and logistics all cost enormous amounts of money. But membership fees give Costco a second recurring stream of income that isn't tied to those thin margins at all. Combine that with massive volume, and Costco still walks away with real profit, about $30 billion in gross margin and $11.1 billion in operating income in fiscal 2025. So how does Costco actually make its money? Not by marking up your groceries. It built a loop. Membership creates commitment, low prices build trust, trust drives volume, and volume gives Costco the power to keep prices low in the first place. Customers pay just to enter the ecosystem, and then they keep coming back because they genuinely believe they're getting a good deal. A company that looks like a discount warehouse is actually running one of the most sophisticated membership businesses in the world. And maybe that's the real takeaway. The most profitable businesses aren't always the ones charging the highest price. Sometimes they're the ones that give you a reason to keep walking back through the door. If you want to know which company we're exposing next, subscribe to Flint Finance, because next week we're following the money behind a company you probably use every single day, and its business model is even sneakier than this one.